that within you lies the strength to overcome any obstacle that crosses your path. You follow the whispers of your intuition, that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. That within you lies the strength to overcome any obstacle that crosses your path. Brain's rhythm changes, resulting in a repeating cycle of rhythm called neural oscillations or brain waves. This gives rise to a variety of wave types that are associated with distinct states and experiences. Beta waves 12 to 40 Hz. When your eyes detect the presence of daylight, the optic nerve promptly sends signals to the pineal gland, which then initiates the production of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that is active during the daytime. Serotonin functions as an excitatory neurotransmitter in the brain and is responsible for enhancing your focus and attention towards the external world. As the brain releases more serotonin, it becomes more alert and engaged in creating meaning between the inner and outer world. This state of consciousness is known as normal waking state, which is characterized by beta brainwave frequency. Beta brainwave frequency is associated with conscious thinking, logical reasoning, and problem solving. Our brain operates in the lower range of beta frequency to solve problems and engage in linear thinking. However, high-range beta waves are also associated with negative emotions such as anxiety, frustration, and stress. In fact, the higher the amplitude of high-range beta waves on an E readout, the more stressed a person is likely to be. Moreover, negative emotions such as anger, fear, blame, guilt, and shame all exist within the beta frequency range. Beta frequency is also the home of mind chatter, the incessant and often distracting thoughts that occupy our minds. However, when we engage in meditation, the thinking mind calms down, and beta activity diminishes, leading to a release from stress and other mental disorders that are associated with beta frequency. During the normal waking state, the beta brainwave frequency dominates, and the sympathetic nervous system is also more active. This state of consciousness is where stress exists, and it can lead to a blockage of blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, making it difficult to think clearly. Therefore, it is essential to find ways to regulate our beta frequency to reduce stress and improve our overall well-being. Alpha waves 8 to 12 Hz. When you decide to meditate, you may opt to block out visual stimuli by using blindfolds or closing your eyes. This effectively disconnects you from the external environment, allowing you to direct your attention inwards. By seeing less information, you're no longer focused on the outer world. It's worth noting that around 80% of sensory information comes through the eyes, so when you block them out, you're left with less to process. To further minimize external stimuli, you can also choose to play music in the background, use earplugs, or seek silence. By reducing the amount of information coming in through your ears, you can further disconnect from your surroundings. Additionally, you can sit your body down and keep it still, further removing yourself from the external environment and transcending time. When you achieve this state, your neocortex begins to slow down its brain waves, transitioning from beta into alpha. Alpha brain waves allow you to perceive the world of imagination, where your inner world becomes more real than the outer world. While you can still hear and sense your surroundings, your attention is primarily focused on your inner world. At this point, your brain slows down enough to come into harmony with the frequency of the earth, which is around 8 Hz. Alpha brain waves become the dominant pattern when you're in a state of relaxed and detached awareness. In fact, alpha is an essential brain wave pattern in meditation as it acts as a bridge between the conscious and the subconscious mind. When you enter into a meditative state, your brain activity slows and relaxes, allowing stress to disappear. As your brain waves slow down to alpha, theta, and delta frequencies, the parasympathetic nervous system takes over, leading to altered states of consciousness. Theta waves 4 to 8 Hz. When we relax to an even greater extent, we open ourselves up to the state known as theta. In this state, the body is asleep while the mind remains alert. If we observe seasoned practitioners of long meditation, we can witness their prolonged and profound theta bursts, which take them to a different dimension altogether. The key to reaching this state is to achieve a state of mind that is calm and tranquil, which leads to a slower frequency of brain waves, thus bringing the brain in perfect harmony with the planet's frequency. Theta waves are a significant marker of the subconscious mind, representing the potential for creativity and intuition to flow. In addition, they are the type of waves that healers generate while healing themselves and others. It has been observed that theta waves have a direct correlation with the activation of the body's natural healing abilities. This state is associated with a sense of complete and utter wholeness, integration, and deep, ecstatic bliss. It is as if the brain is resetting itself, allowing for the restoration of the mind, body, and soul. Delta waves 1 to 4 Hz. Moving even further beyond theta waves, you move into delta waves. Delta is deep restorative sleep, the slowest brain wave. Delta is the frequency band of the unconscious mind. Delta is associated with empathy and psychic awareness. It is also involved in intuition, telepathy, healing, and intuitive understanding. Psychics, clairvoyants, and mystics operate in Delta. Delta is the frequency that is activated when we are asleep. Sleep occupies 1/3 of our stay on Earth. If we lived to 70, we would have spent over 20 years of our lives in sleep. It is our mandatory connection to the spiritual world. The 2/3 of our life that we spend awake fully rely on this connection to spirit, for we are like avatars experiencing an alien reality for a time. The understanding of what sleep has to bestow will cause us night after night to set out for it as though we were keeping an appointment with a lover. In a dream and a vision of the night when deep sleep falls upon man in slumbering upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and seals it with instruction. Job 33:15-16. Sleep is the time when the conscious mind turns from the world of sense to seek its creator, the unconscious self. It is the measure of your expression in the waking 2/3 of your life on earth. Your personality or the limited constructs of your mind is shut off when you sleep, and so you naturally deep breathe. This process facilitates the release of DMT in your body, taking you into the higher dimensions, and so that's why you dream. However, you place this experience into a box based on a psychologically limited understanding, and so deny it any valid space in your reality. Hence, the energy of the delta waves we experience when we sleep is often largely compromised in our waking state because we wake up and switch right into beta waves by focusing only externally. Despite this fact, the dimensions you enter in sleep, whether remembered or not, or however much resisted, integrate themselves into your reality via certain informational set points in your constructs of reality and operate unconscious to you as the most vital component that enables your day-to-day experience of reality. But it is when we consciously interrupt that waking state with alpha waves through meditation that we can fully bring these higher frequencies into our conscious day-to-day lives. This is the process that must be used in this age to bring us back to our natural high vibrational state. In our conscious states presently, beta frequencies dominate. This is in reaction to our created reality. There is very little alpha present, revealing a disconnection of the conscious mind and the deeper layers of the mind. A person suffering from anxiety has higher than average amplitudes in the beta range with even less alpha and theta and much less delta. Here the monkey mind will find worries and problems on an intellectual level. The person is at the same time not in contact with their subconscious intuition and creativity. As a result of meditation, the beta brainwaves of the thinking mind have less energy. Alpha waves become prominent and create a bridge to the activity in the subconscious theta band. This change means that there is now a conscious connection with long-term memories, insights, and creativity. Unconscious delta waves get amplified, indicating an attraction to psychic connection and empathy. With continuous meditation practice, the alpha bridge becomes solid and lasting. Consequently, the conscious mind is permanently open to more profound levels of consciousness. Gamma waves 40 to 100 Hz. The brain is a fascinating organ that operates in different wave patterns, with each pattern associated with a specific level of consciousness. One of the most intriguing patterns is the gamma wave, which is not commonly spoken about as it is rarely observed in humans. However, if one consistently slows down their brain waves over an extended period, they may move beyond the normal waking consciousness and access the superconscious state of gamma waves. This state is characterized by the brain operating at 400% of its normal potential, allowing people to channel and receive information from other worlds beyond Earth's frequency. Moreover, gamma waves are linked to peak experiences, high intellectual function, and creativity. They can induce a state of oneness and mystical union that opens the path to enlightenment. During gamma waves, the Kundalini energy that sits in the lower centers of the body begins to move up the spine, leading to the activation of the sympathetic nervous system and the release of electromagnetic energy. This energy activates the nervous system and allows individuals to tune into possibility and process a greater stream of consciousness. As the brain goes into gamma wave patterns, individuals experience a full-on sensory experience without their senses, and they enter into another dimension. They move through times and experience dimensions as they connect to the source and allow their subjective free will consciousness to merge with the loving intelligence of the subjective source consciousness. The pineal gland plays a critical role in this process by acting as a transducer and releasing dimethyltryptamine, a chemical that allows individuals to transcend space and experience different dimensions. The synchrony of different compartments of the brain leads to a holistic state that makes individuals feel whole, more love for life, and more spontaneous. Finally, gamma waves have been linked to spontaneous healing of illnesses, making them a fascinating area of study for scientists and researchers alike. A lot of people never stop to slow down their brain waves to go into alpha or theta, and since those slower brain waves are the doorways to gamma waves or superconsciousness, they never ever experience it. They stay stuck between the analytical mind, which responds to their outer environment, and sleep, distracted from going within their entire lives, never glimpsing the totality of the organism they truly are.